the process, knowing the moment, knowing the flow you're in, and allowing it to reveal itself to you as you go along. We got distracted there for a moment and we lost sight of what that second thing was that we wanted to explain to you. Does anyone remember what it was? It was only 4 seconds ago.
Oh, the tools of awareness?
Yeah, but there was something specific we said.
I don't know, but I felt that too. It's like something
Something just
I just spaced out. It was like
yeah, something just came through and it was like, what were we just saying? Even we can't remember it. Does anybody remember it? Seriously? All right. As you've lived your human life, it's been one of limitation. And if you're not pleased by the idea that you know nothing, then you're saying that you're not pleased about, that you are pleased about living in what you know, which is limitation. You understand? You have the opportunity here to say, I don't know anything because I don't know anything about expanded life. I only know about limitation. And I'm not satisfied only knowing limitation. I am ready to live expanded. And in order to live expanded, I have to acknowledge I don't know a darn thing about living expanded. Because you don't. You absolutely do not know a thing about living an expanded life. And again, this should delight you. It's a fresh start. It's a fresh start and it's an investment into you. It's saying everything is a brand new day. Everything's a brand new moment. Everything is an opportunity for me. The invitation, we're past it. We're past the invitation state. We're past the place where you think, is this a choice or not? And you're into the place. You've come into the place where it is. It just is. It's not get on the bus or don't get on the bus. It's now I am ready for is. We hope you're ready to hear this tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because it's not a small thing. We have not come in to speak to you before. It has not yet been the moment. And the moment is now. For you to hear more about the more that you are, the more that you have, the more that you are ready to live. Now, of course, the question that screams through the room is how. So we'll invite you to ignore that. It's not a how. It is an is. You could not hear this message if how was actually the question. How is not the dynamic at hand. The dynamic at hand is. How requires mind. Therefore, it's limited. If it's about the mind, it's about limitation. There's a new definition. As we create our new definitions together tonight, we had the one for integrity, and here's the one for mind. If all I can do is think about it, then I am in limitation. If all I'm doing is processing it mentally, I am limiting myself. If that's the extent of the access I'm asking for, I am asking for my life to be small. If you want a small life, think about it with your small brain. If you want an expanded life, then receive the expansion that your soul offers as you operate from integrity. And that's really what you have, is the opportunity to operate from integrity. With the expanded nature of your complete self leaving behind, like a silly child's toy, the idea that the mind was ever sufficient for the experience of this glorious opportunity you have now. It's insufficient for the job. Therefore, we suggest that you do not give it any more authority. The mind will be quite happy to manage the body's systems, especially as the integration of the soul's energy increases. That's something that it's quite fond of, good for, and is quite well trained at keeping things on track. And the physical form needs this kind of structure. But the experience of integrity requires you to abandon thought as the driving force of the incarnation and instead surrender into the truth of integrity. You're prepared for that. You have that at your disposal. That's an interesting term. Are you ready to dispose of your old way of living? Again, the how word comes flying out of you. It's no longer about how. It's about is. You are in a state of being. There's another term that's been bandied around for years. Just be. Which typically meant don't argue with what you're experiencing. Right? Go with the flow. That's not what it's about. It's not what being is. Being is the furthest thing from being is going with the flow. Being is experiencing integrity and managing the biological response to that using consciousness. That's what being is. That the being that we were just in the presence of is the visionary that holds that energetic picture. It's for us, for our experience of the physical form with you, it is an honor. It's an honor for us to be in that experience. You may not understand, but when we experience the physical creation of this place in order for souls to have their experience here, and that, of course, was an act of service that we're healing just as much as they express to you that you're healing. That process was challenging. Just like it's challenging for you to break habit. Yes? Do you understand? Yes. So for us to be in the energetic presence of the visionary that has the energetic blueprint, if you would, that held that blueprint for us. Just like perhaps on some level we hold that for you. It is a blessing